Shashank asked me about David Warner's incident and why has it resurfaced. It shouldn't have resurfaced. Cricket Australia, the administrators should have done their due diligence and make sure they did not sweep anything under the carpet a couple of years ago when they first made the disciplinary action on the three players. I can't understand why one player can't have a leadership role but the other two who are involved in the incident can have a leadership role. For me, I think they were too tough on David Warner. Yes, he might have been the main instigator of the whole situation, but at the end of the day, all three players were in it. But it's also resurfaced that other players, other people that were on that tour might be involved. And this is what happens when you sweep things under the carpet and you don't do a thorough investigation. Cricket Australia have been bitten on the backside right now, and they should have been a little bit more succinct in the way that they operated and trying to alleviate the situation when it first happened. The old sandpaper gate, all right? You can't put things under the carpet because they always resurface. Always be honest. Thanks, Shashank. Good question. Rena asks, is IPL cricket affecting Indian cricket? I think it is, because young players that are coming through the system are more focused on playing T20 IPL cricket because there's probably a little bit more cash in it. It's a short form, it's quick, and you get the game done and dusted. It seems like a little bit of an easier money. And when they are focused on that T20 cricket scenario, they're not focused on the longer form parts of the game. So Test cricket and one-day international cricket. And you look at fast bowlers. How do they set up batsmen to get wickets? Batsmen, how are they able to build their innings and bat for long periods of time? They don't do it because they're more focused on getting that quick buck in IPL cricket. It's not so much the generations now that are playing international cricket like your Virat Kohlis and the Rohit Sharmas. It's the younger players that are just starting to debut for India that are most affected. Atta Burrell asks, are flat pitches a good advertisement for Test cricket? No, they're not. We want conditions which help seam bowlers in the first day, then batsmen on days 2 and 3, and then bring the spinners out the back end as well. But also out the back end, we want the pitches to roughen up so that bowlers or fast bowlers can get the ball to reverse swing. We want all facets of the game to be tested at some stage throughout a test match. So flat wickets, no, it becomes boring. We want the batsmen to be tested with seam bowling early on, day 1, where they've got to have a very good defence. Day 2, 3, it's up for the bowlers to have a good defence against batsmen who can play on flat wickets where they can attack the bowling a lot more. Then out the back end on days 4 and 5, the ball starts reverse swinging, spinning. What are the batsmen's defences against that type of bowling? And what are their scoring options as well? We want all facets brought in the game. We want different challenges throughout a 5-day test match. So let's get rid of flat wickets for Test cricket. Suraj Lama, he's got a good question. India World Cup 2023, who's going to be more effective? The part-time spinners that bat well or the part-time medium pacers that bat well? For me, if I was a touring team, I'd be going for more part-time spinners that bat well because they generally do better than the part-time medium pacers on Indian conditions because they undercut the ball. Undercutters on Indian conditions sometimes grip, turn sharply, or go straight on where you create the LBWs and bold opportunities. So for me, touring teams, make sure you've got good depth in your batting that can also bowl a little bit of part-time spin. Good question, Suraj.